Morning guys, today we will make an espresso. I will show you how to make a proper espresso at home, and it should be noted that if you bought a very expensive espresso machine, it's not the only factor that is involved in making a good espresso. It's all that stuff before you actually make a brew that is important in making a good espresso. So, first of all, you should start with fresh beans. It's best to have them from your local dealer, and if you have, for example, your own roaster, it's the best stuff. So, I personally already know how much coffee is can be tempered in this temper, and I know exactly that 20 grams of coffee is needed to fill this up perfectly. Okay, so first of all I will measure exactly 20 grams of freshly roasted beans from my local dealer. Here we go. Well, the amount of beans actually depends on their weight, because some beans are more rough and they require 18 grams of coffee per double portion. So, well, we have 20 grams, and we put these beans into the grinder. Okay, let's put it in. By doing so, we can actually have a couple of different coffee beans, and by measuring precisely, we can have our grinder clear for each type of coffee. So, for example, today I want this one. Tomorrow I will take another type of coffee and just grind precisely enough portion to make an espresso. So it's better to once measure the needed amount and then just make put only the coffee you need. So, well, let's grind it up. Alright, so now grinder finished grinding our coffee, and it should be noted that that's in addition to how in addition to the freshness of coffee, then the grinding is very important, and the more fine you grind your coffee, the more intense you will get the taste of it. But if you grind it too fine, then the water won't have, well, the espresso machine won't have enough pressure to pump it through. So let's take a look what we have here. I put it in our group and do like that to even the coffee in the group. Well, so we have precisely enough coffee as we measured previously, and it's just enough to make our double shot. As you can see, the coffee is fresh, so it has this you know, this like I don't know, it's not even, so it means that it is fresh. The coffee which is unfresh or is too dark or too roasted, it will be like a flour. So after the coffee is grinded, we need to temper it. So well, the water will go through it and make our espressos. To temper, first of all, we need to even it. Take our temper and carefully first even it like that, and go ahead with enough force to make it pressed. Some people say that you need to apply a 30 kilo of pressure, but I'm not sure how much is 30 kilo of pressure, so I just make enough force to feel that it's compressed enough. So that's it. That's our portafilter filled with coffee, and we already have our espresso machine ready, and it was like 10 minutes already on, so it has enough temperature. We have fresh water. It's not boiled. It should not be boiled. It's fresh water. If the coffee machine stays for 10 minutes, it has enough heat to make some steam, so we don't need this steam. We need to flush it a bit. You see some steam, and this flush is enough. We should get rid of the steam in the beginning. We dry it up, and well, we're ready to go. Put it in. When making an espresso, all surfaces should be heated up. So in this particular espresso machine is Gaggia Classic. This surface heats up and it heats up the espresso glasses. Put it in and we heat brew. As you can see, 5 seconds goes in flowing water through the portafilter, and then in 15 to 20 seconds our coffee should be done. Okay, so it was a bit quicker than we expected, but well, here we go, our 2 espresso shots. The important characteristic in espresso is that when you take spoon and have this crema, when you try to scrub it, it won't scrub. It will regenerate, so to say. So that's the good crema. Should be like that. By modifying the amount of, well, the fineness of grinding, you can make the water flow slower, and you will get more aroma on your coffee. If you grind it too coarse, then the water will just flow through the portafilter and you will get some like watery coffee substance. Well, we have our great espresso shots, and it was our tutorial from Igor Melon, and thank you very much, and see you in the next tutorials. Bye bye. Morning guys, today we will make an espresso. I will show you how to make a proper espresso at home, and it should be noted that if you bought a very expensive espresso machine is not the only factor that is involved in making a good espresso. It's all that stuff before you actually make a brew that is important in making a good espresso. So, first of all, you should start with fresh beans. It's best to have them from your local dealer, and if you have, for example, your own roaster, it's the best stuff. So I personally already know how much coffee